Hi everyone, this is Fujifilm colorist here, and today we're going to look at a Nikon lens. It's a Nikon Nikkor 35mm to 70mm zoom lens, f2.8D. Now this is an old lens. This is, I believe it was released in 1992 and was discontinued in 1998. It's quite a hefty lens. It's 670 grams, 1.4 pounds. It feels like it's built like a tank. Now, just to compare it with a modern lens, we have a Fujifilm XF lens. This is the 90mm f2 lens. Side by side, you can see they're similar in size, but obviously the Fujifilm XF lens is 540 grams and this is shorter and it's heavier as well. Lens comparison. Let's look at the dials here. We've got the focus ring at the top. You've got a minimum focus distance of 0.6 meters all the way into 5 meters and infinity. That's 2 feet up until 15 feet and beyond. It's fairly smooth. It's got a nice dampening, but it is a short distance from 5 to infinity. That takes some getting used to. It does have a macro capability. It's not a true macro lens, I don't believe. But to operate this, you have to be at 35mm focal length. So if you extend the zoom to 35, you can press the button down and you can zoom in, macro zoom. Only works at 35. It's fairly effective. I wouldn't say it was the true macro lens. Now you've got the aperture ring on the bottom. It goes from 2.8 to 22. Hard stops. Now there is a lock button here, and in order for this to work on some camera bodies, you have to lock this at f22. Now I'm going to try this on the Nikon F50, a film camera. So all we've got to do is line up, if you can see the line up from the marker here to the mark on the camera body, and turn it counterclockwise. That's mounted on the body. You can see that the camera has recognized the lens. It's giving me full manual control. I can control the shutter speed, the aperture as well. It's currently at f2.8. I will show you what it looks like through the viewfinder. I will be shooting some film this month. I'm going to do some comparisons with the Fujifilm X100 film simulations against some film stock I have. So that should be an interesting comparison. If you'd like to see more of that, hit the subscribe button and I'll show you the comparisons later in the month. Okay, back to the comparison. So through the viewfinder, I've got shutter speed, aperture and exposure meter. So as I'm adjusting the aperture to f22, it's showing that it's in the minus, underexposed. As I open up the aperture, to 2.8, it is now overexposed. I can also change the shutter speed in manual mode to 1/2000th. On the f50 is the maximum shutter speed. This allows me to have greater control of the exposure on the film, so I'm not wasting film with overexposed images and underexposed. So yeah, it allows you to take your time when you're composing your shot, adjusting to the light. As we all know, light and composition is the two most important things that we need to worry about when we're taking an image. So what do I think about this Nikon Nikkor 35 to 70mm f2.8 D lens? It's a brilliant lens. It's a bit hefty, it's front heavy. On the f50 I paid £110 for the lens in 2026. So the camera body itself was only £20, but the combo itself will produce great images, and the next test will be to find out if the film simulations can match the film SLR from the 1990s. See you in the next video. Thank you.